Hello everyone, I just thought I'd talk about this topic. I've been putting it on hold for a while, but I thought now would be the best time, right? And it's about Activision, buying COD. I mean, this has been going on for, almost a year now? I don't know. I've been lightly keeping up with it, seeing this and that. People are trying to stop it. I don't know why. But what are my thoughts on, Xbox buying COD? And, I say worry. But the main thing, obviously, let's say, because I primarily play PlayStation, right? My biggest worry would be oh, shit, that means it's going to be exclusive, right? That was the thought in my back of my head, but then I just I immediately kind of snap back to reality. I don't think that's gonna happen personally. COD makes too much money on all platforms to just simply be hey, we're gonna cut out one of the third, if not half, of the revenue of COD. So that's my thought. But will there be exclusive content and early? Oh, 100%. I there's no way they're not gonna do that. And then the whole Game Pass thing is if it's on Game Pass, that's cool. That's great for Game Pass, not gonna lie. But, I don't also see that. COD alone sells so much they don't need it on Game Pass, if that makes sense. And it's not, I don't think it's gonna boost the numbers of game. Well, maybe a little bit, but not that much. People already like Game Pass for what it is. It would make more sense for them to actually freaking, just release costs separately. But if they do, the only incentive I can see is to have a bigger player base. And then that would hammer down in the microtransactions. That's where they make the money, right? Which is what they do, right? But even by that point, what I actually want to make is again, so, and even, do I really care? I'm gonna be honest, my overall thought is, do I care? Not really. COD's been pretty shit past the Black Ops 2 era, so heck, if they bought them since back then, I wouldn't have cared. I mean, the best COD they've released is Cold War, honestly. And Modern Warfare 2 is releasing right around the corner, basically. I mean, Warzone, and I don't know, it's a game I'll play for a month and fuck off. And see, I care less now more than ever, now that I have a PC and an Xbox, so it means fuck all to me. But I do know that it's I need to look at it from the perspective that I came from, right? It's only a PlayStation, and I still mainly play PlayStation. To this day, I might have Xbox and PC, but I still mainly play my PlayStation, including Cold War. But yeah, no, I don't really care too much, if I'm being quite honest. If anything, I see this more as a positive, because the main thing that Activision getting bought out by Microsoft is means more quality control. Activision, Microsoft cares more about actually having good products, right? Halo Infinite might beg to differ in a bit sense, but that's more 343 just fucking up, right? But I don't care for the most part, but also I'm kind of happy, because then this means we might actually get a good COD for once besides Cold War. Cold War was a great game, solid story. Skill-based matchmaking was a bit too tuned, but its biggest issue was just it was just rushed, and freaking, it just wasn't a very good game built from the ground up. Even with patches later, co-op is still barely playable, which is such a terrible thing to say. It's so weird. The code for that is just jank. But at the end of the day, it's a pretty solid, okay game, right? It's the funnest COD they've had in years. But yeah, my overall thoughts is I don't care, but I think it's a net positive. If it even, I doubt it'll be exclusive. If it does, I think it's still serve two wheels. We finally get good COD games with good quality control, but it's only on one system. I'd say I'd rather have that than just COD continue to be so irrelevant, right? That's my thoughts, at least. I'd rather it be an exclusive for any system. It doesn't even have to be Xbox or whatever. It could be fucking Switch for all I care. But as long as it means that we actually get good fucking games, I'm all for it, right? But that's my thoughts, and of course with Activision being such a piece of shit, they need to kick Bobby Kotick out, that piece of shit. So I've been holding off my money so I can actually support Xbox for buying Activision. So I'm not buying anything Activision right now currently. I'm waiting until they actually, Microsoft gets their hands, then I'll give them my money, so then they can at least get some of their return back. And just because I was not supporting all of the bullshit Activision did. That's one of the reasons I stopped buying their shit, besides the fact that I don't really buy shit from them anyways. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Overall, general, you could say I don't care, but I see this transaction as a good thing and nothing but that. Worst case, the COD is not on PlayStation, but you know what? The way how annoying Sony is being at COD, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. Sony's too much on their high horse. They kind of need a good kick in the ass, because Sony's been fucking up a lot lately. But yeah, those are my thoughts.